Hi, I'm Colin Young with Dirty Water News, and I'm here with Steve Capers from Knock Knock Productions, who is the producer of the Martha's Vineyard Comedy Festival, starting on the 10th of August, and it's their fifth year. So, Steve, tell me what's new this year.
Well, we got a lot of things going on this year. We got some big name comedians coming in. We have Michael Collier, we have Tony Roberts. Of course, we always have Damon Williams, who's kind of the face of Martha's Vineyard Comedy
Absolutely.
Fest. And these guys, they perform in theaters and big venues, but they're going to bring it home and go into the Lampost, which is a smaller club, and it's kind of like coming back home for these guys.
Nice. Well, you say that the Lamppost is a smaller club, but it was. I remember when you started 5 years ago, and it was kind of sparse back then, but this year it's kind of exploded. What do you attribute that to? It's hanging in there, or?
Yes, there's a lot to it. I mean, the support from Dirty Water and also this week on Martha's Vineyard, getting some sponsorships from big time companies like HBO, Uptown Magazine, Centric TV, and just the perseverance. I mean, bringing bigger names help attract people. But moving from Vineyard Haven over to Oak Bluffs and being on Circuit Avenue has done a lot. And the excitement, the energy is there. So we're going to have a lot of fun.
Nice. Well, I noticed that this year you're doing a pre-party with Red's Ale.
Yes, yes,
Tell us
yes.
about that. What's going on there?
Well, we've been picking up some momentum, and the word is getting out. People from all over the country are hearing about the Martha's Vineyard Comedy Fest, and they want to be a part of it. And the same thing goes with sponsors. So, Miller Coors, who produces the Red Apples Ale, wanted to get on board and say, hey, this is a great market to start doing some sampling, some tasting. So they're in the comedy game and just trying to utilize us as a ramp to get to consumers. So they got a great product, and we're gonna have fun with that. So they're gonna do the VIP/pre-show reception. So
And
come
that's
on
where we're
board.
going to be able to taste some of these great drinks.
Yes, you will. We got plenty for you. So
Awesome.
I'll give you a couple of cans to take home too.
Sounds good to me. So tell me about your background. How did you get to be on Martha's Vineyard doing a comedy festival?
Well, it's just kind of a stroke of luck. I mean, I was always in the comedy game. I used to work for Comedy Central. So I was back, with Jon Stewart, Dave Chappelle, and a few others. Met a lot of writers, a lot of comics, and I was always producing the events for Comedy Central. So we got laid off, so I started to do what I enjoyed, continue to produce shows. So I started my own in Chicago in a small coffee shop. And I kind of grown and done everything from small rooms to theaters to huge venues. And I was in my family, we come here every year, and my wife told me, she said, you know what, you should do a festival. So our natural progression from doing the small rooms to different clubs and stuff like that was to do a festival. So I said, might as well do it on Martha's Vineyard, make it a working vacation. So
Now you can write the whole thing off.
I write the whole thing off, everything. So we packed up the truck and we started producing it. And then, like you said, you were there from the beginning. Year one was a little slow. I was kind of scared, a little nervous, but you told us to hang in there, and here we are 5 years later, and we're celebrating our fifth anniversary.
Yeah, it really has grown. I mean, last year was a really good showing, and this year it seems like it's going to be just a bang-up job. So, if you're looking to come to the festival, it's the 10th through the 12th, and the 17th through 19th.
Yes, it is, yeah.
So it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of each of these weeks. And you can tell us how you can get tickets.
Well, you can go online to www.marthasvineyardcomedyfest.com, or you can buy tickets at the door, but it's strongly recommended you buy them in advance because they're selling out pretty fast.
Yeah, this year I would say that's a good idea. You and I had a little conversation earlier. We never got to finish, but we were talking about, why you don't come to Boston and do some comedy up there. I know there's a kind of heavy competition up in Boston, but you're already here on the East Coast. Any thoughts about doing something up that way?
Man, I would love to do much more. Boston has a lot of talent, and when it comes to the comedy game, I just got to get more familiar with the comics out here because a lot of my stuff generates from the Midwest and also the West Coast. So, I'm making my way here, learning more about comedians, and see if they can fit my brand. My brand is to be very to show a lot of depth, a lot of range in your jokes. We try to be profanity free, unless it's part of the joke you can curse, but we want to see great material, uniqueness, and stuff like that. So as I continue to scout more comedians, we're going to make it bigger and better, and then we're going to start touring. So that's going to be good. And Boston would be one of the stops for sure.
Well, that's terrific. Well, you know Dirty Water will be there to support you when,
Yes, sir.
when you make it to our hometown. And, you know, based on that, we'll sign off from here on Martha's Vineyard, where the comedy festival is about to start next week. And thanks for watching. Love that Dirty Water.
All right, Dirty Water.